So NFTs basically are artwork. You're buying artwork, okay? NFTs can take different forms as well. It can be an item inside of a game. It could just be a piece of music. It could be some sort of a film, or it could just be outright a picture like Nine Cat, Bored Ape Yacht Club, all these crazy things that we're seeing today. I'm just gonna unpack them and we're gonna discuss how we can make money from it. Let's go. All right, so there's no doubt there's a lot of craziness around the place. I mean, there's so much on offer as well, and you get art of all sorts of different kinds as well. Look, I just thought I'd pick up some of these things. Roboto 7129, Roboto's official. This one here is worth $1,072, right? And it looks like it was bought for $476, literally. No, that was an offer that's going to expire in 3 hours, and that's still pretty good. It was actually sold for 0.2 ETH about 3 days ago, and is now on sale for 0.3. Probably not an ambitious result for whoever owns this as well, because the NFT market is just going absolutely crazy. Another example, obviously, I have to table this example, is Bored Ape Yacht Club. You know, price to buy this is $232,000 or 65 ETH, which is quite crazy. And it's already getting offers from people at 34 ETH, which is about $125,000, which is quite crazy. And this person bought it 2 months ago for 4 ETH, which is what, only about $12,000, which is quite crazy still. You know, we've had our fair share of Z runs as well, which is obviously used for a metaverse horse racing game, which I have featured many times on my channel as well. And look, it's going crazy at the moment. Look, there's 7,000 Ethereum traded. There's 10,000 of these individual arts, and you know, it's getting sort of sold around that 1 Ethereum each as well, which is still pretty good as well. I suspect it would have been minted. Minted means it was originally sold by the creators of this project, probably at around about that, maybe lower than 0.1 ETH. That's sort of when people are 10xing their money quite easily here, it seems. So rarity.tools is one of the websites that I look at quite frequently. And look, it looks like there's a lot of these new features, and you can check the rarity of the individual artwork within it. I'll do a video just on rarity as well. But if you go down on the web page itself, you'll be able to see a lot of transaction volumes for the different kind of NFTs and the ranking of them all as well. So CryptoPunks obviously leading the charts. And can you believe the market cap is 1 million Ethereum? That's a lot. You know, we're seeing Pudgy Penguins at number 8. A lot of influencers did talk about that cryptocurrency. Loot seems to be doing really well. It really shot up the charts very, very quickly. And these are the volumes that we're seeing in the last 7 days. So yeah, 11,000 ETH in CryptoPunks. A lot of celebrities in Bored Ape, you know, these top level stuff people are getting into at the moment. And you know, we look at average price, right? In the last 7 days, you know, we're looking at 100 ETH, 39 ETH, 5 ETH, 2 ETH, 1 ETH, 2 ETH, 21 ETH. Not everyone has this kind of money. So what happens is people like to mint them. So they like to get it on the ground floor. So, you know, we're looking at also guys like crypto.com, who is pushing this lion, and it's just going crazy. You go on Facebook and they're advertising these lions, and what you can do with these lion NFTs that people are getting, you can actually go in the draw to win money. There's $100,000 plus worth of CRO, lots of exclusive NFTs giving away. And so just even for the chance of winning them, you can get it. Now, what are NFTs? Like I said, it's artwork. So only buy these artworks because the artwork in itself is good. Now, how does an artwork become more expensive? Why did Mona Lisa become what it was now? Well, a lot of what it is network effect. Like, is there anything great about, for example, the Mickey Mouse? Check out this Mickey Mouse. It's literally just a figure of a mouse. Nothing really special about it, but because more people are dealing with this, more people are talking about it, it was part of our childhood nostalgia, more people have seen it, that's why there's value to it. So that's what this is going to be. You are going to have to appreciate the art behind it for you to then see its value into the future. Now, if you're one of those people that don't really understand the artistic side of things, what you can pay attention to is who is actually behind it. How is it going to become more and more talked about? Are there influences behind it? That's the type of stuff that you'll be looking for in an NFT. So that's how you're going to be then able to then, you know, capitalize on the potential rise in the more people viewing it, more people validating the goodness of this artwork. Recently, I talked about GameStarter, right? And the way GameStarter worked was that they will then sell NFTs of their games. And that was the way they were going to use to commercialize their gaming platform, so that these indie game creators would have the opportunity to actually make their games go played by people and actually make some money as well along the way, because it is an enterprise. And now some of these NFTs will promise that there's going to be a game to be, you know, generated afterwards. That's part of the roadmap. That obviously is helpful. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't call it a gamble, but it is like investing into artwork. And depending on where you are, and most of you will probably just buy something cheap and hope that it will go up. And you can do that with NFTs by minting them when it launches at the beginning. Because there's so much hype and people talking about it at the moment, people like to buy it at the floor price, which is the minting price. It doesn't mean it's not going to go backwards, right? But you're probably better off doing that rather than looking at something like, you know, hey, this Bored Ape Yacht Club, everyone's talking about it. Yeah, I can sell a house and buy one of these at 65 ETH. Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, it could go even higher, but that is a bigger amount of money that you got to waste. And so the fact that crypto.com, which has a shitload of users on its own, right, is going around creating this NFT, putting sweepstakes on there so that people will have more of an incentive to own these NFTs and actually be able to have a better chance of winning these rewards by owning more of them and minting at a low price. Well, that's a pretty good incentive, and there's going to be a lot of network effect that's going to come in. To briefly explain, network effect is basically when you're invited to a party, right, and you will ask who else is coming. And if there are cool friends that are coming, or if there's a lot of people coming, then there's a likelihood that you will go as well. So that effect is important in bringing internet to where it is right now. That impact is important to bringing Facebook to where it is right now. You know, anything with a network effect, Uber and eBay and Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, you name it. So network effect is actually everywhere. It's not entirely foreseeable, okay? But the thing is, it is something that one must pay attention to actually make money in the financial markets, right? So AMC, GME was similar in that regard as well. And Bitcoin is out of question because it does come to its value today because of all the conversation and the network effect surrounding it. So it is not negligible at all, guys. So what people are doing is to mint at a nice and low price is they visit this website called nftsignals.io, and what happens is they go through this list and they can see that Logan Paul, Steph Curry, and Pranksy has minted this particular NFT, right? And they did it all at the same time 1 hour ago. And we can also see that Gary Vee has done that 5 hours ago, along with JRNY Crypto and Digital Art Chick. We got JSS Becker, that's Alex Becker, and Logan Paul minted Invader Academy. And what you can do is you can just like open one of these up, and you will see that you'll be able to mint one, okay? And it'll be, I don't know, you tie up your wallet to it and away you go. That's how it works. So here, let's press mint. It's going to then ask for me to then sign it, connect. This is just the dummy one. And the price is 0.0275 ETH. And you know, it's not always this cheap. Sometimes it's a lot more than that, usually all the way up to about 0.1 ETH, depending on the level of artwork that you're going to get. And so don't be naive and think that, you know, freaking Gary Vee and Alex Becker right here, they're like on a group chat together and they're like saying, yo, we're going to mint this all together. I believe they have an acquisition team. They just keep acquiring these, you know, they're spending $200, $300 at a time, hoping that, you know, one of them will go absolutely bunta in the future and they'll make a lot of money. And then some of the bigger acquisitions that they do, they talk about it on Twitter and whatnot. And so, yeah, this is all happening. I mean, just to show you how crazy it is, this is called the N project, which is just a black screen with a bunch of numbers on the left-hand side with the varying degrees of rarity attached to each number. So if there's a 0, it's extremely rare, obviously. And it's yeah, just gone to the worth of $40 million, which is absolutely crazy. So there are some quirky bits like this in the NFT world. So pay attention to it. I mean, if you want to invest in NFTs, I think NFT Signals could be a good way to go. And obviously it's not guaranteed that you will make money out of this, but only invest in money that you can afford to lose. And make sure you do your research into this and then see how kind of muscle is behind it, how many people are talking about it. I think the best thing to do is, for once, go to social media, right? And see how many people are pumping a particular NFT, and that it's not one that's already launched, but it's like pre-launch. And then that's when you are getting that initial sale. And then once the price goes up, then know and understand when you would exit as well. So obviously being able to take profits is a very, very strong skill in the NFT investing world. So just be really careful with that kind of stuff. And you know what? And don't go crying to people because you didn't time the exit well. At the end of the day, it's money that you could afford to lose. And I like that it's around that $300 mark. That's an amount of money that most people have. So that's my take on NFT, guys. So I will keep you posted on what kind of NFTs I think will be looking good as well. And, you know, even talk about some of the NFT launches that I'm considering doing as well. And hopefully that'll give you an opportunity for you to make some money or have some fun. You know, it's all fun and games in the crypto world. You know, own a JPEG, why not? With some roadmap down the track for it to become animation series, you know, like the Stoner Cats that we see, or any other gaming applications that we might expect from it as well. So thank you so much for tuning in for today, guys. NFTs are going crazy. The more you do the research, the better it'll become, the more enjoyable it'll become, and the more profitable it'll become as well. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you go like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you can stay updated with all the fun stuff that I talk about with investments, crypto, real estate, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.